6 kilometers east of Lagos, a stretch of raw coastline stood waiting.
This was the site chosen for Nigeria's most ambitious maritime project. The mission was clear: build the deepest seaport in all of West Africa. A powerful partnership was formed to change the face of global trade.
In December 2017, the engineering teams officially mobilized.
The first step required clearing a massive 90-hectare footprint. Millions of cubic meters of earth had to be moved to lay the foundation.
Precision was critical. Every angle was measured to exact specifications.
Thousands of steel piles were driven deep into the earth for stability. High-strength concrete was poured to create an unbreakable bedrock.
This $1.5 billion mega project was a race against time and nature.
To accommodate giant ships, a massive dredging operation began.
The seabed was carved out to create an 11-kilometer approach channel.
This channel reached a record-breaking depth of 16.5 meters. Divers worked in the dark depths to ensure the channel was clear.
The Atlantic Ocean is powerful, and the port needed protection.
Construction began on the main breakwater, a shield against the sea.
This 1.5-kilometer barrier utilized a state-of-the-art rubble mound design.
Tons of rock were placed to absorb the energy of ocean storms.
A geobag core was used to provide internal stability to the structure. A secondary barrier ensured the harbor waters remained calm. To prevent erosion, the inner harbor was reinforced with stone. An artificial beach was engineered to naturally dissipate wave energy. Work continued 24 hours a day to meet strict deadlines.
Every weld was tested to survive decades in the salty air.
The quay wall began to take shape, stretching across the waterfront.
These pipes would support the weight of the world's largest cranes.
Filling the piles with concrete created a deep water berth. Behind the wall, a massive container yard was compacted and leveled. Rebar was laid to support millions of tons of cargo. A heavy-duty concrete pavement was required for the yard.
The yard was designed to handle over 2.7 million containers annually.
Shock-absorbing fenders were installed to protect docking vessels.
These bollards can hold ships weighing hundreds of thousands of tons. To the west, the dry bulk terminal began construction.
This specialized quay was built to handle grains and raw materials.
Advanced silos were built to store 4 million tons of dry bulk.
Miles of pipelines were routed to the liquid bulk terminal.
The liquid terminal was built to handle 45,000-ton tankers.
Automation was integrated to ensure the fastest processing in Africa.
A massive electrical and data grid was buried beneath the concrete.
Powerful lights were installed to make the yard as bright as day. In July 2022, a monumental milestone appeared on the horizon. It carried the port's heartbeat, the first superpost Panamax cranes. The atmosphere was electric as the first equipment arrived.
These are among the largest cranes in the world.
The process of unloading these titans required extreme precision.
They were carefully rolled onto the port's fixed rail system.
The first deep-sea cranes in Nigeria had finally touched down.
Ten rubber-tired gantry cranes followed to organize the yard.
Weeks later, more colossal machinery arrived from Shanghai.
Thousands of vital accessories and parts were delivered. Operators prepared to work with a bird's-eye view of the ships.
These cranes can lift 65 tons in a single move.
The port's digital brain underwent intense stress testing. A fleet of powerful tugboats arrived to guide the giants. Emergency response systems were fully certified and tested.
The basin was ready to allow 300-meter ships to pivot safely.
Final demarcations were applied to the high traffic zones.
By October 2022, the construction phase was officially complete.
China Harbor Engineering handed over the keys to the promoters.
Nigeria now possessed a world-class maritime fortress.
But how is the oil paid for if the banks are blocked?
They avoid the US dollar, using the yuan to stay under the radar. Small banks, with no ties to the US, act as the intermediaries. The money is moved through a laundry of front companies across the globe.
Sometimes it is a simple barter. Oil for infrastructure and technology.
Every transaction is designed to leave no trail for investigators.
Global monitors try to track the flow, but the trail is intentionally cold. Sanctions are only as strong as the ability to enforce them. Business continues, driven by the pragmatism of energy needs. Wealth is secured, away from the prying eyes of the West. Behind the geopolitics are the people who make it happen.
This oil revenue keeps the lights on for millions of ordinary citizens.
Maintenance is a constant battle, as space parts are hard to find.
Innovation is born from necessity, and they build what they cannot buy.
A new generation of scientists is trained to keep the industry alive.
It is a life of isolation and extreme physical demand.
They are the unsung cogs in a massive, secret machine.
The rigs are built to withstand the ocean's fury and the world's pressure.
They patch, they fix, and they continue.
They have seen the world change, but the value of oil remains.
The empty tanker turns back toward the Persian Gulf. It will return to Karg Island to repeat the cycle. There are hundreds of ships like this, a phantom navy in constant motion.
As long as there is demand, the Shadow Fleet will find a way.
A single drop of crude can cause ripples that move across the entire world.
It is the invisible energy that the world tries to stop, but cannot.
The global economy is a complex web of light and shadow.
In this game of survival, defiance is the ultimate strategy.
The story of the Shadow Fleet is a story of a world that refuses to be shut out. And the oil always finds a way.